Can you believe it? Keith Urban, yes, Hollywood's golden boy, has been hiding a secret life with none other than Maggie Baugh, and the world just found out. Live. Nicole Kidman, his wife of nearly 2 decades, watching this betrayal unfold on national television, breaking down in front of millions. The questions are burning. How long has this been going on? How did Keith think he could get away with it? And why didn't anyone see this coming? Piers Morgan didn't hold back. He showed the shocking footage, Maggie Baugh in tears, admitting it's a years-long affair. Chaos erupted instantly. Fans are stunned, social media is exploding, and Hollywood insiders are whispering this could be the biggest celebrity scandal of the decade. Nicole, blindsided, finally acts, filing for divorce as the scandal goes viral. You thought Keith Urban was the perfect husband? Think again. Every smile, every red carpet moment, every happy family photo, was it all just a carefully staged performance? And now, for the first time ever, the truth is out, and nobody saw it coming. Stay tuned, because what comes next will shock you to your core. It started as a whisper, a rumor that nobody wanted to believe. But when Piers Morgan went live, all that skepticism vanished into thin air. What we're witnessing is not just another celebrity scandal, it's the explosive reveal of a secret life that could shake Hollywood to its core. Keith Urban, the man adored for his music, charm, and seemingly perfect marriage with Nicole Kidman, has been hiding a relationship so secret, so carefully concealed, that fans, media, and even close friends had no clue. And now, the bombshell has been dropped. Maggie Baugh, the young, enigmatic figure who had kept her distance from the spotlight, is stepping forward with tears in her eyes, admitting the affair has been ongoing for years. Yes, years. Not months, not a fleeting mistake, but a long-standing secret that now, for the first time, has been exposed live, right in front of an audience that can hardly process what they're seeing. The timeline is crucial. Nicole Kidman, unaware or at least trying to maintain composure, watched her husband's carefully orchestrated double life crumble before her eyes. Fans have been left in disbelief, questioning every Instagram post, every public appearance, every family moment that seemed so perfect. Suddenly, the picture-perfect image of Keith and Nicole is stripped away, revealing a narrative of deception, betrayal, and secrecy that stretches far beyond Hollywood gossip columns. Piers Morgan, known for digging deep and refusing to shy away from controversy, didn't hold back. He showed the footage, aired the allegations, and put Maggie Baugh's emotional confession in front of the world. She admitted what nobody dared to say before. The relationship was real, long-standing, and deeply entwined with Keith's life, all while the world believed in the fairy tale marriage with Nicole Kidman. The reactions were immediate and intense. Social media exploded within minutes. Twitter threads grew into viral storms. Instagram comments were flooded with shocked messages, disbelief, and the type of speculation that fuels endless debates. Fans were divided, some expressing anger at Keith, some sympathy for Nicole, and some attempting to analyze every detail of the leaked footage for clues. Hollywood insiders whispered in hushed tones, sharing stories of behind-the-scenes tensions that suddenly make sense. This isn't just scandal, it's a revelation that reshapes how we view one of Hollywood's most admired couples. Now, let's take a closer look at Keith Urban. The man who built a career on charm, good looks, and catchy country hits is suddenly facing the harsh glare of public scrutiny. His musical accolades, sold-out tours, and carefully curated public persona are now secondary to one question: why did he do it? Was it the thrill of secrecy? The complexity of managing fame and personal desires? Or something deeper, more human, that nobody could predict? Maggie Baugh's confession revealed hints of intense, complicated emotions, moments of vulnerability, and the kind of personal conflict that rarely survives Hollywood's unforgiving spotlight. And Nicole Kidman? She has been portrayed as the ultimate supportive spouse, navigating fame, distance, and personal challenges with grace. But even her strength has limits. Watching Piers Morgan air the footage, seeing Maggie break down, must have been a gut-wrenching moment of realization that the life she believed she shared was only half the truth. Sources close to the situation, who requested anonymity, hinted that the affair had been meticulously hidden. Private residences, discreet meetings, and coded communications were all part of a pattern that kept this secret insulated from the public eye. And yet, nothing stays hidden forever, especially not in a world dominated by cameras, social media, and investigative journalists like Piers Morgan. According to these sources, the revelation did more than shock Nicole. It upended personal and professional relationships across the board. Keith's management team, longtime collaborators, and close friends are now reportedly in crisis mode, scrambling to address damage control. The leaked footage didn't just reveal an affair, it exposed a web of secrecy, lies, and emotional betrayal that reverberates far beyond the parties directly involved. But let's pause for a moment and consider Maggie Baugh. In her tearful admission, she didn't just confirm the affair, she provided insight into the emotional complexities that often go unnoticed in celebrity scandals. The relationship wasn't simply opportunistic or superficial. It was layered, intense, and for better or worse, emotionally charged. Sources claim she struggled with the ethical weight of her involvement, knowing the devastation it could cause if it ever became public. And when Piers' public reaction, of course, was instantaneous. Memes, reaction videos, and commentaries flooded social media platforms. Fans debated, speculated, and theorized. How long had Keith and Maggie been involved? How much did Nicole suspect? Was there a pattern in Keith's behavior that hinted at this long before the revelation? The questions are endless, and each new post fuels further discussion. Celebrities, influencers, and talk show hosts jumped in, adding their own analysis and judgment, often amplifying the drama rather than quelling it. The story became more than gossip. It became a collective obsession, as audiences worldwide tried to make sense of the betrayal, heartbreak, and scandal laid bare on live television. And the implications extend beyond personal relationships. Keith Urban's public image, carefully crafted over decades, faces intense scrutiny. Sponsorships, endorsements, and collaborations are reportedly under review as brands evaluate the potential backlash of being associated with a figure at the center of such explosive controversy. Meanwhile, Nicole Kidman, always admired for her poise and professionalism, now finds herself at the center of global sympathy. Audiences relate to the emotional devastation, empathize with her predicament, and in many ways, elevate her to a figure of resilience amidst betrayal. Part of what makes this scandal so gripping is the meticulous orchestration of the live reveal. Piers Morgan, with his trademark directness, laid out the narrative in a way that left no room for ambiguity. The audience wasn't just watching gossip, they were witnessing a story unfold in real time, complete with emotional testimony, corroborating evidence, and the silent, searing reaction of the betrayed spouse. Every frame, every comment, every visible tear added layers to a narrative that had been hidden from the public eye for years. Insiders have hinted that this revelation may not be the end. Legal teams on both sides are reportedly assessing additional implications, including potential breaches of contract, privacy considerations, and the handling of previously private communications. The ripple effect extends beyond the marriage itself. Media agencies, gossip outlets, and social commentators are all trying to determine what comes next, while fans clamor for updates, insider stories, and behind-the-scenes secrets that could further illuminate this shocking scandal. As the dust settles, one fact remains undeniable. The image of Keith Urban as the golden, devoted husband is forever altered. Every past appearance, every family moment, every carefully curated social media post is now being reevaluated through the lens of this shocking revelation. Meanwhile, Nicole Kidman's decisive action, moving forward with divorce proceedings, underscores a new reality. The fairy tale is over, and the truth, as messy and painful as it is, has finally emerged. The public is still reeling. Social media metrics indicate a surge in engagement far beyond typical celebrity news. Hashtags related to the affair, Piers Morgan's live coverage, and Nicole's reaction are trending worldwide. Fans are dissecting every angle, every quote, every possible motive. Comment sections are a mix of outrage, empathy, humor, and conspiracy theories, demonstrating the perfect storm of viral engagement that this story has generated. And yet, there's a haunting undertone. This isn't just gossip. It's a story of trust shattered, lives disrupted, and secrets that festered in silence until they exploded into public view. For every fan laughing at the scandal, there are countless others contemplating the human side of betrayal, the emotional trauma, the ethical dilemmas, and the long-term consequences of choices made behind closed doors. The moment Piers Morgan dropped that bombshell live, social media went into complete meltdown. Fans, celebrities, and gossip accounts couldn't believe their eyes or ears. Maggie Baugh, sitting there visibly shaking, admitted what no one dared to say for years. Yes, the relationship with Keith Urban was real, long-standing, and now fully exposed. She spoke through tears, revealing whispered encounters, secret trips, and a tangled web of lies that stretched back for over a decade. "It wasn't supposed to get out like this," she admitted, voice breaking. And the world felt every second of it. Meanwhile, Keith Urban was caught off guard on live television. His polished, calm persona cracked as Piers continued to reveal meticulously sourced leaks and insider accounts. Sources described Keith flying under the radar, meticulously managing appearances with Nicole while secretly communicating with Maggie. Emails, alleged text messages, and whispered phone calls painted a picture of a dual life that seemed impossible to reconcile. How could a superstar maintain sold-out tours, record albums, and public events while allegedly keeping this hidden affair going for so long? The answer, according to these sources, was strategy and audacity. Audacity. Nicole Kidman's reaction, although off-camera initially, became the talk of every major gossip outlet. Insiders claimed she was already suspicious, quietly investigating for months, but the live exposure crushed whatever hope she had of a private resolution. Shock turned into betrayal, and betrayal into action. Within hours of the broadcast, legal filings for divorce were submitted. Fans were left reeling, asking, how could the picture-perfect Hollywood couple, celebrated for surviving fame, distance, and personal struggles, fall apart so publicly and painfully? Then came the legal implications. Lawyers monitoring the broadcast immediately highlighted the urgency of custody arrangements and financial settlements. Industry insiders speculated that Maggie Baugh's admission could complicate divorce proceedings, potentially affecting spousal agreements, custody terms, and even public perception of Nicole's rights. Keith's PR team scrambled, releasing carefully worded statements that didn't deny the allegations but tried to redirect the narrative. Fans, however, weren't buying it. The combination of Maggie's confession and Piers' dramatic questioning created a perfect storm, one that seemed impossible to spin or ignore. And as if the scandal wasn't explosive enough, hidden layers started emerging. Piers Morgan revealed alleged exchanges between Keith and Maggie dating back years, including messages that suggested premeditated secrecy. The tone was shocking, the content scandalous, and the implications devastating. Fans debated whether Keith had been playing a long game, manipulating media perception while pursuing personal desires. Social media threads dissected every word, every glance, and every public appearance post-announcement. Was Nicole just a placeholder in public eyes? Wrote one viral commentator, while another tweeted, Hollywood just lost its innocence. Nothing is real anymore. Even brands and sponsors couldn't escape the frenzy. Rumors circulated that endorsements and upcoming collaborations were being reconsidered due to the backlash. Public appearances planned for months had to be reevaluated, creating not just personal chaos, but professional turmoil. The story wasn't just gossip anymore. It was a cultural event, a cautionary tale about trust, secrecy, and the crushing glare of celebrity life. As part 2 closes, the picture becomes chillingly clear. Keith Urban's secret life with Maggie Baugh wasn't just a private scandal. It was a meticulously hidden operation, exposed live to millions, leaving Nicole Kidman emotionally devastated and fans questioning everything they thought they knew. Public outrage, social media chaos, and legal ripples are only the beginning. The next chapter promises even more drama, including behind-the-scenes fallout, devastating legal battles, and emotional revelations that could change the landscape of Hollywood relationships forever. And just when the world thought the story couldn't get any messier, insiders hint at previously unknown layers, hidden recordings, financial irregularities, and shocking personal confessions that could redefine who comes out looking guilty, who comes out sympathetic, and who is caught in the crossfire of this explosive scandal. The story is far from over, and one thing is certain: Hollywood will never see another couple like Keith and Nicole the same way again. The aftermath of Piers Morgan's live revelation hit Hollywood like a thunderbolt. Within hours, legal teams were mobilized. Paparazzi swarmed Keith Urban's Nashville estate, and Nicole Kidman's representatives quietly filed detailed divorce proceedings. The court documents, obtained by insider sources, revealed a meticulously planned separation. Custody of their 2 daughters heavily favored Nicole, spousal support waived, and assets divided with surgical precision. This was no impulsive split. This was a calculated exit orchestrated under the public's nose, while fans still believed in the fairy tale. Nicole, once the embodiment of grace under pressure, was reportedly emotionally shattered. Close sources describe her walking into courtrooms with a quiet fury, each step a mix of heartbreak and resolve. She had always been the rock, the supportive partner, the one who had saved Keith from his demons early in their marriage. Now, she faced the cruel irony. The same man she lifted through addiction and adversity had betrayed her in the most public, humiliating way possible. Her inner circle spoke of sleepless nights, tearful conversations, and a heartbreak amplified by the very cameras and social media feeds that had once chronicled her perfect life. Meanwhile, Keith Urban's public persona began to crack. Fans, sponsors, and collaborators questioned his integrity. The fallout wasn't limited to emotional devastation. Financial advisors revealed that endorsement deals were under review, while agents scrambled to manage appearances and press statements. Keith's carefully curated image of the devoted husband and superstar artist was in tatters. Every public appearance, every interview, every social media post was now dissected through the lens of betrayal. Analysts speculated that the scandal could cost him millions in lost endorsements and partnerships, leaving him fighting not just for reputation but for professional survival. Maggie Baugh, meanwhile, found herself thrust unwillingly into the spotlight. Once a private figure, she became the focus of intense media scrutiny. Anonymous insiders reported that she received threats, hate messages, and invasive paparazzi attention, while some fans paradoxically sympathized with her role as the truth teller in a story hidden for years. Her emotional testimony on Piers Morgan's show became viral content, dissected, memed, and debated endlessly. Every tear, every confession, every word she spoke was replayed, shared, and analyzed, creating a digital frenzy that blurred lines between scandal and spectacle. The legal repercussions escalated quickly. Divorce filings indicated that Nicole had secured primary custody of the children, with Keith granted limited visitation, reportedly just under 20% of the year. Lawyers for Nicole emphasized the need for stability, pointing to Keith's constant touring and past addiction struggles as factors in the custody arrangement. Additionally, insider sources suggested that Maggie's admissions could be leveraged in the divorce proceedings, potentially influencing asset divisions and public perception. Even celebrity legal analysts described the filings as textbook strategic divorce planning, highlighting Nicole's foresight in protecting both her children and her legacy. The public response was immediate and intense. Fans flooded social media with reactions ranging from outrage to sympathy. How could he do this? Trended worldwide, while TikTok and Instagram exploded with reenactments, memes, and commentary dissecting every angle. Celebrity gossip shows pivoted their entire programming to cover the scandal, breaking down footage from Piers' live broadcast and analyzing every interaction. Public sentiment was clear. The betrayal felt personal to millions who had believed in Keith and Nicole as the ultimate Hollywood couple. But the emotional devastation wasn't confined to headlines. Close friends described Nicole as navigating a whirlwind of anger, sorrow, and disbelief. Keith, on the other hand, was reportedly grappling with the consequences of his choices, though in a very different way. Sources say he attempted private reconciliations, calls, and messages to Nicole, all reportedly rejected. The imbalance in emotional stakes created a tense narrative. Nicole as the resilient, wronged figure, and Keith as the man whose secrets had exploded in public view, leaving a trail of personal and professional fallout. The ripple effect extended beyond the couple. Hollywood insiders speculated that other high-profile relationships could be impacted, with gossip columns hinting at long-hidden affairs, carefully managed public images, and the omnipresent risk of live exposure. Sponsors, studios, and networks began reassessing collaborations, wary of being associated with scandal or controversy. The story became a case study in celebrity vulnerability, media manipulation, and the devastating consequences of deception. Closes. The narrative becomes painfully clear. A decade-long secret exposed in front of millions, a marriage that once seemed indestructible shattered publicly, and two daughters caught between a global spectacle and private heartbreak. Nicole's strength, Keith's downfall, and Maggie's reluctant confession combine into a Hollywood drama so explosive that it will be dissected, debated, and remembered for years. In the end, the lesson is harsh and unforgettable. Even the most perfect public image can conceal deep betrayal. Trust can crumble, reputations can implode, and the world can witness heartbreak unfold in real time. Fans are left questioning not just the lives of the celebrities they adore, but the very nature of truth in the age of social media. And as the cameras fade and the headlines rotate, one truth remains undeniable. Hollywood will never see Keith Urban, Nicole Kidman, or Maggie Baugh the same way again. Can you believe what just unfolded live? Keith Urban's secrets exposed, Nicole Kidman heartbroken, and Maggie Baugh finally speaking out. This is Hollywood at its rawest, most shocking moment. What do you think? Was this inevitable, or did Keith hide too long? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because we need to hear your reactions. Don't forget to smash that like button if this scandal blew your mind, and hit subscribe so you never miss another jaw-dropping, world-shattering celebrity revelation. Trust me, this is just the beginning, and you'll want to be front row for every explosive update.